Have we told everybody that you're going to Wales? You're going off to fight the invading hordes.
I like to tell people about it after it's happened as opposed to before.
Okay, sorry.
You just never know. Like, I mean,
Valley Gold. I told him to meet Bootlegger. I don't know if that's going to happen, Eoin.
We'll see. Still working on a few things. Bootlegger, of course, good football man, good man for the beer, isn't he?
Have you seen Bootlegger on Twitter, Ger?
No.
He's this mad Wrexham supporter who likes his beer, and he's actually got his own brew, his own beer being sold in Wales. He's that popular on social media. So, but look, Wales is an interesting place.
I mean, it is. Oh, and I wish you the very best of luck. I think Ronan O'Gara had a pin when the poor French team were arriving off the bus, stunned by the nudity of the men and the women on a cold January night after, was it a Champions Cup game?
Yes, or even like a Bravo Direct game or something like that. French player, sorry, yeah, so it was a Champions Cup game, sorry.
The flesh pots of Swansea,
yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get time to
well,
Swansea,
come on, it's work, Eoin. We're charging you with checking out said flesh pots.
There may or may not be other flesh spots in Wales that are more pressing given the schedule and some of the plans that I have. So all will be revealed over the next
If you
couple of days.
get pressed in a flesh pot, it's all in the name of work.
It's all in the name of work.
Just call it mining for information.
It's called, gonzo journalism.
Exactly. Well, just look, it was everybody's ambition at one point. Anyway.
The Hunter S. Thompson of OTB.
Exactly. This is the bit where we were a year early in our prognostications about us dragging Wales into the deep water and drowning their national rugby team this weekend. We are going to kill them, right? This is it. This is the bit where their team, despite their fluky win in the championship last year, which we all know was a complete fluke, because every game they had a fluky thing that happened to them. This year's not going to happen. You ride your luck occasionally and you get away with it, but they ain't getting away with it this time. They're coming to Dublin and they're getting spanked.
It might be a bit like 2002. I think it was Eddie O'Sullivan's first game. I think that was 54-10 or something like that. I kind of feeling it's going to be like that this weekend. We've got a clean bill of health. They've got a huge amount of injuries, and the way we played in the autumn would really bode well for us. Now, Wales have always travelled well to Dublin, but I think history does go out the window a bit this weekend.
Not the last time, John, which supports your point. They travelled poorly to Dublin last time. Pivek's first Six Nations game.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, and they were very poor that day. I think that kind of informed a lot about the predictions ahead of last year's Six Nations, but we kind of underplayed the fact that, home advantage even during COVID does count for a significant amount in the Six Nations. So you're calling 44 points, Sean, something like that?
I would say 20 points, at least 20 points.
Sure.
I think we'll beat them by 12 points.
12?
Yeah. I think it'll be like 24-12, that kind of territory.
Yeah.
21-9.
Right. Good to see you guys in the prediction game. That always goes well before the Six Nations.
Yeah.
Well, we've tended to score a lot of points when we're playing well, although it's hard to know what are the conditions like. I haven't checked the weather yet, which obviously always has an impact here in Six Nations games. At the early Six Nations games, sometimes we've had a few. The draw at Wales, was that Kidneys last season?
There was a Wayne Barnes, I think, was refereeing one of those draws, I remember, in Dublin.
Yeah, like the thing, I can't quite remember, but like the thing with last year's Six Nations is that Wales were just this try-scoring machine. They scored 20 tries over the course of the championship last year. It was just this incredible record, and you have to hand it to them that's what won them the championship, was just this at times swashbuckling rugby. Like, they've had surely too many injuries to be able to do the same thing this year, but there has to be some part of your psyche as predictors here that says that is thinking, God, Wales could do another Wales.
Wales could do a Wales, but if they do, then that's on us.
It is.
We've got to stop letting them do this.
It's on us.
Yeah, come on. Is our rugby culture so weird and flaky that we can't actually just continue in the vein that we've been in for the last period of time? That a penny dropped at some point. I if there hadn't been a red card last year, what would have happened in that game?
We probably would have won the game.
Well, Ireland do take the lead after the red card.
No, but that takes its toll, I think, through the latter stages of the match.
Yeah, but sorry, that's my point, is that they managed to do that even with 14 men that? Do they take a bigger lead? Do they manage to hold on to that
Never
lead?
give a sucker an even break. That Welsh team was on the verge of implosion, and we turned them into world beaters. And that's what can happen with Wales. That's their culture is so ingrained that everybody, it seems, is capable of playing great rugby at moments of crisis. And they were in a moment of crisis, and we let them back into the game. And that's not going to happen this year. I mean, look, maybe there's a red card, maybe there's a clash of heads, and three of our lads take each other out early on. It's the Six Nations, it's rugby. You can't predict that that's not going to happen. But on balance, we should beat them by 10 to 12 points.
That's probably what the bookies are saying, isn't it? I think were we saying that last week that Wales were 6-1, and then there was about a 12-point spread on the game as well. Like, it's just
14-point spread in the game.
14-point spread. So you're actually not. You're not even backing Ireland to cover, and it's still a 12-point win. So, yeah, like there's no getting away from the fact that
we could beat them 25 points here. It could be 45-20.
That's
easily.
Yeah, that's certainly the evidence that we're dealing with. You look at the relative bills of health, and Ireland have everybody available, and Wales do not. And it's in Dublin, and it's a full house. And all those points are significant. It's just this intangible, isn't it? It's just the intangible voice in your head saying, "Remember 2021. Never forget 2021."
Yeah, we're better than them.
In fairness, I do recall you saying before the 2019 game against England, where there was confidence elsewhere in the studio, you were saying that no, this England team are on the way back. Don't get overly cocky, despite the 2018 that we had about this fixture against England, and they burst the bubble entirely on Ireland's 2019, as it turned out.
Who was saying that?
You were saying that.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you remember that, because I didn't.
No, it was. And then last year, I think we both dug holes.
We were right though about Wales last year. It was a fluke that they won the way they won last year. Like, and you can't ride your luck that much.
Yeah, the people, time will tell. I admire that you think it's already written, but I'm just gonna wait to see for it to happen. Like, there's a reason why there's a 14-point spread.
You're just scared of it because you're going over there.
Yeah, 100%.
Stop being scared. They're nice people.
You're going to come back in a Wales jersey, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I'm going over to Flesh Spots.
You're going to come back with a new accent.
Flesh pot.
Sorry, Flesh Spots. Yes, that's where I'm going. So that, I mean, you gotta be a little bit cautious on that front.
John, anything else you want to say about the Welsh?
No, not really.
All right. And Dele Alli.
St. Patrick's came from Wales.
It is true.
We're getting the double day off this year. Quickly, Dele Alli. If they get 40 million for Dele Alli,